Hey guys, welcome back to the Heritage Group channel. My name is G. We're here today with another Meeting the Driver episode. Today's guest is Remy and his 1980 Vespa ET3. It's a beautiful little scooter to hop around town and even take carving through the canyon roads of Santa Cruz right here. We're gonna get into that, but before we do, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and we'll see you soon.
So my name's Jeremy D'Ambrosio, and I live in the Santa Cruz area here. I've lived here for about 5 years, working as an industrial designer for Poly, and doing my own freelance design work on the side. I design communication devices and audio devices, headphones, things for the new work from home world. But our company's stake was actually in the history of creating the NASA headset that voiced the One Step for Man from Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
We worked on that headset here. And since then, I've just taken a love to vehicles ever since I've been a kid. And you know, it's kind of furthered my design passion. Just these shapes and these mechanical bits put together really brought out my love for vehicles of all sorts of genres, 2 wheels or 4 wheels. It's kind of an interesting story. I've always kind of been the person who never fit in. A little bit too silly, a little bit of the entertainer and stuff, but I kind of grew up in Pennsylvania in a very quiet area, and kind of my safe bastion for friendship was mechanical machines, and I grew up working on ATVs and dirt bikes and my friends' little toy projects and stuff. And from there, you know, I just developed this passion for just kind of maintaining and fixing things, and they kind of became, you know, they kind of become your companions. You learn about the cultures they bring, you learn about the people who surround them. And each vehicle's different, whether it be like a modern subcompact to something as vintage as like a 70s Vespa. And there's just such a magic that brings people together that some people just don't understand, that there's such a community around such a visceral mechanical machine. It's really great, and that's what really brought my love for design and these vehicles together. Is just people versus what these machines actually do for them, and I think it's magical. Yeah, that's exactly why I pick the vehicles I do. I love each single genre has something special about it, for sure. You know, you could get into the Trans Am thing and you see histories and races won and people and machines lost, and then you go into modern vehicles and you see technology and you see people coding things and you see electric vehicles, and I think it's just so great to experience each one of them, for sure. You can never pick one sort of type of genre that can take you to different places in different ways. The Vespa is an interesting story. I gone through, like I said, about 10 years of ownership with a Miata that I really heavily modified with a special fastback roof, supercharged, full track suspension, and I even took it through the runs on Laguna Seca, Button Willow, Willow Springs. Been in some magazines and on YouTube, and I used it for so long and ran it into the ground and wore the paint off of it, and I really used it for what it was supposed to be used for. And at some point it just became a little bit too fatigued, a little bit too much to work on, and I said, you know what, I want a vehicle that, you know, isn't about modification, is more about the pure the pure essence of what it is and just maintaining it in the history. And so, you know, I found this Vespa up in San Francisco where this shop was just importing everything from Italy, from old Piaggio Apes to Alfa Romeos. And I really wanted something to reflect an old actual anime that I used to watch called Fully Cooley. And the main character, Haruko, she rode in 180 SS in yellow. And I really was searching for that, but my old Miata was silver, and it was probably one of the more fast Miatas I've known. And this was silver, and it was the fastest model that you could get in the small frame Vespas, and it matched up with that kind of personality that carried from the Miata to this kind of rambunctious little delinquent. But, you know, this time around I can maintain it and keep it happy instead of beating the crap out of it. So that's how it came to be, for sure. It's been a few breakdowns. I've learned when I picked this up that older vehicles have their own nagels when they're not used for a long time. Rubber goes dry, things go out and such. And my ambitions when I bought this, I was really into 70s and 80s vehicles when I first got this. I was like, I'm gonna dress in the attire, I'm gonna go to a Radwood event, it's gonna be everything's gonna look like I just walked out of 1980s. And I didn't have a car that could tow it at the time. So I was planning on taking it from Santa Cruz Mountains over to San Mateo, where the show was, which is about 70 miles. And it was fresh off of just rebuilding some of this. I was so confident that I was gonna get over there. I was just gonna trek it over, put some extra fuel in a pack in my backpack. Made it about 10 miles up into the hills. And when I got about 10 miles into the hills, the whole bike shut off, found out that there was just a small electrical short that cut the ignition, and I was stranded in the hills. And I tried to save myself by coasting down about 5 miles of it and walking before calling my neighbors and having them reel me over with their truck, and we put it in the truck and got it back home. And I had to explain to them my ambitious journey that didn't pan out. And then, you know, I tried it again for a few other shows, and every show I tried to take it to, it just keeps on breaking down on me. Anytime I want to drive it through the city and have fun with it, it just treats me like a queen. It's beautiful, it runs. If I want to go show it off, it bites me back. It doesn't want to be narcissistic. It just likes what it likes to do. Yeah, so I've never yet had a successful trip to go show it off other than right now. And I think that this is going to be a real fun experience because right now I'm just so into like maintaining what it is. I love its originality. It's exactly everything that I've ever wanted in a classical motorcycle. But I think it'd be really fun to, because it is so nice, let it fatigue, let it patina a little bit, clean the patina up, but never really fix anything like an old VW Bug. Just let it be. And then, you know, as it gets a little bit more patina, as I care a little bit less, let's throw on a big bore, 200 cylinder, maybe a bigger exhaust, like to chop a frame brace in between it and an auxiliary tank. And I'd really love to make this like as if a cafe racer motorcyclist bar hopper picked up a Vespa and put that attitude into it. You know, you have modern Vespas with the mirrors, extra lights, but I'd really love to do this aggressive like a cafe racer that just blows your ears off that you would never expect it to. Just total essence of kill your Vespa. Just this thing will blast by you, sting you, and just leave you there. And that's kind of the idea, unassuming.
All right, that concludes today's Meeting the Driver episode with Remy here. Remy, thank you so much for inviting us here and giving a sneak peek of your life and a little bit about your Vespa. And hopefully we'll be back soon in Santa Cruz again to ride around.
It was great to meet you. Thank you so much for the experience.
Of course. And again, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.